Bengals, who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Mixon with a first down carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to Mixon on second down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Quick, ready? 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 40.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Can. Dot. 11, dot.
They go play action with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 32 on the play. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
4 down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens 2-yard line.
11.
Burrow on play action. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
57, Mike, 57. Watch the turn, watch the turn.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that's not going to get it done. Short of the first at about the 21. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Bengals 9, Ravens nothing.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati will give them the season sweep 2-zip. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Funches. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Eluding the pressure right. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. 11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm here all day.
Now Joe Mixon.
I got 15.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
11.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Watch the boot.
12. Stop.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
I'm coming. 15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15. Watch the pass. Here we go. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. And this time he is in. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. First down and more for Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You know, if following up on this, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get it behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From the gun, Jackson on the move to his left. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now they'll run the option to short side left. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Low Logan Wilson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
2nd and 6.
Mike 15, Mike 15. Tackles, tackles. Mike 15. Mike 15.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Open man is Uzama. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. One quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down is paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson right back to Brown. This time he's got it. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Quick slant to Brown. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 75 yards. And the Bengals extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before. For NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But it really increased it in recent seasons because of the offensive getting so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
226 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Called that a very strong gain of 24. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
12, 12, 12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Mike 15. Mike 15.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
At the 7-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check 44. Check 44. That's a safety kick.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Forced out to his left. 1st down and more. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. They'll have a 1st down past the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Jackson. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
On 1st down, Mixon. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And able to work his way down to the 16. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to give a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And he will take it on in for the Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Bengals 43, Ravens 14.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball gets.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Larry Ogunjobi able to record his 5th sack of the season. The defensive guys are saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the